Dogs. Loyal, loving, and always excited to see you until they're not. One day your dog's tail stops wagging when you walk in. They don't come when called. They avoid eye contact, and suddenly you're asking yourself a painful question. Why is my dog ignoring me? This video dives deep into 10 surprising reasons your dog might be tuning you out. And fair warning, the truth hurts. But understanding these reasons could be the key to rebuilding the bond you thought was unbreakable. Let's start with the most misunderstood reason of all. Reason 1, your dog is emotionally burnt out. Most people think dogs are endlessly cheerful, but dogs feel emotional exhaustion just like humans do. When a dog is constantly overstimulated, loud environments, unpredictable routines, too much training without rest, they start to shut down. This isn't disobedience, it's emotional fatigue. Imagine being bombarded with commands, noises, and expectations all day. Eventually you'd stop responding too. Dogs need emotional space. They need quiet time. And when they don't get it, they retreat. Not because they don't love you, but because they're overwhelmed. Dog psychologists call this learned helplessness. It's when a dog gives up trying to engage because nothing they do seems to make things better. They stop reacting. They stop trying. They ignore. And here's the kicker. Many owners mistake this for stubbornness. They double down on discipline, thinking the dog needs more control. But what the dog really needs is emotional recovery. Reason 2, you've become background noise. This one stings. But it's true. Dogs are incredibly tuned in to human energy. They know when you're present and when you're just going through the motions. If your interactions with your dog have become routine, rushed, or distracted, they notice, and they stop prioritizing you. Think about it. You feed them, walk them, maybe toss a toy once in a while. But are you really with them? Or are you scrolling your phone, thinking about work, or rushing through the motions? Dogs crave meaningful connection. They don't just want food or play, they want presence, eye contact, voice tone, body language. When those things fade, your dog starts to treat you like background noise. And here's the twist. Dogs are masters of emotional mirroring. If you're disengaged, they disengage. If you're distant, they become distant. It's not punishment. It's emotional feedback. This is why some dogs light up around strangers, but ignore their owners. The stranger brings fresh energy, curiosity, engagement. The owner brings routine, familiarity, and sometimes emotional absence. Reason 3, you've broken their trust without realizing it. Trust isn't just about avoiding abuse. It's about consistency, safety, and emotional reliability. Dogs are creatures of habit. They thrive on knowing what to expect. When their environment becomes unpredictable, when rules change, routines shift, or emotions swing wildly, they lose trust. And when trust breaks, so does responsiveness. Here's a common example: yelling. Many owners raise their voice when frustrated. It's human, but to a dog, loud tones signal danger. If this happens often, the dog starts to associate the owner with stress. They avoid, they ignore, they shut down. Another example, inconsistent discipline. One day, jumping on the couch is fine. The next day, it's punished. That inconsistency creates confusion, and confusion leads to withdrawal. Even subtle things like teasing, rough play, or ignoring their signals can chip away at trust. Dogs remember, they associate, and when they don't feel safe, they stop engaging. Rebuilding trust takes time. It means showing up consistently, speaking gently, respecting boundaries, and most importantly, listening when they speak, because dogs do speak, just not with words. Reason 4, you're not speaking their language. Dogs don't understand English. They understand energy, tone, and body cues. If your dog ignores you, it might be because you're speaking the wrong language. You say come, but your posture says stay away. You say good boy, but your tone says, I'm annoyed. Dogs pick up on these contradictions, and they respond by tuning out. Dog trainers often say, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. A dog's brain is wired to read subtle signals. Eye movement, shoulder tension, breathing rate. If your body says one thing and your words say another, they'll trust your body every time. This is why some dogs respond better to silent commands than verbal ones. The body is clearer, more honest, less confusing. And here's the deeper truth. Many owners don't realize they're sending mixed signals. They think their dog is ignoring them, when really the dog is just confused. Learning to speak dog isn't about mastering commands. It's about emotional clarity, calm energy, consistent tone, and above all, congruence, making sure your words, body, and emotions all say the same thing. Reason 5. They're trying to tell you something sometimes. When a dog ignores you, it's not about you at all. It's about them. Dogs use behavior to communicate. Ignoring is a message. It might mean they're in pain, anxious, depressed, or simply not feeling well. Older dogs, for example, often withdraw when they're sick. Puppies might ignore you when they're overstimulated. Rescue dogs might shut down due to trauma. In all these cases, the behavior isn't defiance, it's communication. But here's the problem. Most people don't listen. They assume the dog is being bad. They try to correct the behavior, but in doing so, they miss the message. Dog behaviorists say that ignoring is often a cry for help. It's the dog saying, no, I don't feel safe, or I'm not okay. And if that message is ignored, the dog retreats even further. This is why observation is so important. Watch their eyes, their tail, their breathing, their posture. These things speak volumes. And when you learn to read them, you'll realize your dog has been talking to you all along. Reason 6, your dog is bored of you. Yes, really. It's hard to hear, but some dogs get bored of their humans, not because they don't love them, but because the relationship has gone stale. Dogs are intelligent, curious beings. They crave novelty, stimulation, and challenge. When their daily life becomes repetitive, same walk, same toys, same commands, they mentally check out. And here's the twist. Many owners think they're doing everything right. They feed on time, walk on schedule, and offer affection. But they forget one thing: variety. Imagine watching the same movie every day, eating the same meal, hearing the same voice say the same words. Eventually, you'd tune it out. Dogs do the same. This is especially true for working breeds: border collies, German shepherds, huskies, who were bred for problem solving and high engagement. When they don't get that, they disengage. They ignore. They look elsewhere for stimulation. So, if your dog seems distant, ask yourself, when was the last time you surprised them? Introduced a new game? Changed the walking route? Dogs thrive on novelty. And when you bring it back, they often come back too. Reason 7. You're too inconsistent with affection. Dogs are emotional creatures. They notice patterns. And when affection becomes unpredictable, they get confused and cautious. Some owners shower their dogs with love one day, then barely acknowledge them the next. Not out of cruelty, but out of distraction. Life gets busy, stress creeps in, and the dog becomes an emotional afterthought. But dogs don't understand context. They only understand experience. If affection feels random, they stop trusting it. They stop seeking it, and eventually they stop responding altogether. This is especially true for sensitive dogs, those who are naturally more cautious or anxious. They need emotional stability, predictable warmth, gentle consistency. Without it, they retreat. And here's the deeper truth. Dogs don't just want affection. They want reliable affection. The kind that shows up every day in small ways: a soft voice, a calm touch, a moment of eye contact. When that disappears, so does their engagement. Reason 8. You're always in command mode. Many dog owners fall into a trap. They only interact with their dog when they want something. Sit, stay, come, leave it. It becomes a cycle of commands, corrections, and expectations. And while training is important, it's not the whole relationship. Dogs aren't robots. They're emotional beings. If every interaction feels like a task, they start to tune out. They stop seeing you as a companion and start seeing you as a drill sergeant. This is especially common in households focused on obedience. The dog is well trained but emotionally distant. They follow commands but avoid eye contact. They respond but don't engage. Why? Because the relationship lacks warmth, playfulness, spontaneity. Dogs need moments of connection that aren't about control. They need silly play, gentle cuddles, shared quiet. When those moments disappear, so does their desire to interact. So if your dog ignores you, ask yourself, when was the last time you connected without asking for anything? Reason 9. You've accidentally reinforced ignoring. Here's a sneaky one. Sometimes dogs ignore because they've learned that ignoring works. Let's say your dog doesn't come when called. You repeat the command. You chase them. You eventually give up. Over time, they learn that ignoring leads to freedom. No consequences. No follow-through. This is called accidental reinforcement. The dog isn't being defiant. They're being smart. They've learned a pattern, and they're following it. This happens with other behaviors, too. A dog ignores the off command and still gets attention. Ignores the leave it and still gets the treat. Over time, ignoring becomes a strategy. And here's the hard truth. Dogs are always learning. Every interaction teaches them something. If ignoring gets them what they want or lets them avoid what they don't, they'll keep doing it. The fix: consistency, follow through, clear boundaries. Not punishment, but clarity. Dogs thrive when the rules make sense, and when those rules are enforced with calm, predictable energy. Reason 10. They're grieving something you didn't notice. Dogs grieve deeply. They grieve lost companions, human or animal. They grieve changes in the household. They grieve the absence of routines, smells, or sounds they once loved. And grief often looks like withdrawal. A dog who used to be playful becomes quiet. A dog who used to follow you around now stays in one spot. They ignore commands. Avoid touch, seem distant. Many owners miss this because they don't associate dogs with emotional depth. But dogs form strong attachments, and when those attachments break, they feel it. This is especially true after the loss of another pet, a family member, or even a major move. Dogs don't understand the reasons, they only feel the absence. And here's the heartbreaking part. They often grieve alone. If your dog is ignoring you, consider what they might have lost. What's changed in their world? What absence are they trying to process? Sometimes the best response isn't correction, it's comfort, quiet presence, gentle reassurance, letting them know they're not alone in their grief. If this video made you see your dog in a new light, even just a little, don't let the learning stop here. Hit that like button to let us know you care about understanding your dog better. And if you want more deep dives into dog psychology, misunderstood behaviors, and how to truly connect with your pet, subscribe and turn on notifications. Your dog might not say it out loud, but they'll feel the difference.